So right off the bat, whilst reading, I saw that the parents, the families, are Russian Jewish immigrants. So obviously they were around the time they mentioned, Hitler, Nazis, all that stuff was going on around that time. So I think that kind of helps with and enforces how the son, who is suffering from the referential mania, so he feels the need to decode, which basically makes him go crazy, hence why he's in this mental hospital. So I feel like their background has a lot to do with how he is presently. That's not something easy you can go through, so obviously that's going to toy with him. So that was my first thought while reading, why, how did he get like this? My second thing is, one sign that I saw was the dying bird in the puddle, which I also wrote down as a sign on that quiz we had. So, if you look at this dying bird, a bird basically cannot fly or learn anything without his mother. So, and he's dying outside of his nest. We can see that as a symbol and a representation of the son. He's outside of his home. He's in this hospital where he's trying to take his own life. And, he's a good representation of the dying bird. He's outside of his nest. He doesn't have the skills or anything, and he's just dying. So I thought that was a very, coinciding symbol there. And going back to, the visitation and the parents, they bring him his birthday gift, which is the basket full of jellies, the apricots, the, bitter apples and all that. We see that basket at the very end of the story, which I find interesting because they're up at night. You get those two calls in the middle of the night asking for Charlie, which is really random. Like, I guess I still don't get it. I truly don't, why they were asking for Charlie. Maybe Charlie was, the son's name, and they suppressed that and they don't want to think of him by name. Maybe that's why Nabokov chose to just call him the son, the parents, because it brings up that, real feeling, that real personalization. I'm a, you are who you are by your name. I'm Alex, you're Mr. Weber. So for him to have his name Charlie, maybe taking that away and suppressing that makes them really think, maybe he's not what he is right now. Maybe he's still our Charlie, so they just call him the son. So back to the jellies. So, they get the two phone calls, and then there's that third final phone call. They don't answer it, but they answered the other two. So, and they're staring at this basket of, jellies, his birthday present. I think that that third call was the mental hospital saying that, the son has successfully taken his own life. And I think by them ignoring that and continuing to looking at that basket was just a huge tie-in to the end. They're looking at this basket thinking, we need to bring him home and all this, and ignoring that third phone call presently could be the possibility that their son is dead. It's just, again, that huge detachment, that huge, I don't want to believe this, I don't want to think this. So I think that's a huge tie-in at the end.